1,361. That is the movement speed that I just hit in a Grandmaster 580 LP game. No gimmicks in the build, no gimmicks in the runes, standard build. Here we go. Let's go right into this one, guys. I am playing top lane here versus Garen. I am running Predator Celerity because I was playtesting Predator. Because right now you are in top lane. My theory essentially is that most of the game is coin flip anyways. Because you are coin flip's the wrong word, but you're not really relevant as top lane into the later stages of the game. So Predator is stronger now in later stages of the game. It's weaker for the majority of the game, but stronger in later stages of the game. That's why I'm running Predator here, just to playtest it. I think Spellbook is probably still the best high elo rune. I think Conqueror is probably still the best general elo rune. And I think Rasp and Aftershock are very good in general. But I think the general, the meta for Singed runes right now is a little bit shaky, and not in a bad way. It's shaky in a good way because you can kind of do whatever you want, and you experiment and really find your own play style and play that way. But right there, I started W because I thought that we were getting level 1 invaded. Turns out that we weren't, so I had W start, but I decided that because I got a ward on his blue that the Garen wasn't going to be chasing me level 1 proxy because he wasn't scouting it, right? Or not that I'm proxying, I wasn't proxying. What I ended up doing was I just dragged the wave down and had him follow me, thinking that I was going to turn poison on, but I didn't have poison. I had W because I thought we were going to get invaded. And then it ends up, what happened is the wave that I had crashed into his tower, and then it super fast pushed his wave into my tower, essentially making me have a lot of safety from the upcoming Shaco gank, which would have been in top lane if you see the Shaco, he passed towards the top here. Because we saw him on the blue, so gives me a lot of safety against him. It's a very, very, very niche cheese that you can do that honestly doesn't work out every single time, but it is just a weird cheese that worked out this time because Garen was not watching, but he decided to chase me anyway, so it worked out, right? Very, very interesting. Very risky to go for. I wouldn't recommend that you try it unless you really know what you're doing. Alright, team going 1-for-1 in the mid lane. You'll love to see it. Very nice. Good job, boys. Good job, boys. That's right here. This wave is gonna slowly crash towards Garen, so we'll just chill and let it push in. No need to risk. We know that Shaco's near top side. Really using that new passive here, or not the new passive, the buffed passive here to just like get that movement speed going. Right here, I don't even have my W because I put 2 points in Q for pushing, but I'm just able to like keep up with him and just auto him and poison him the entire time, which is quite nice. Just shove this in slowly, make sure that we're not going to take too much free damage at all. Try and last hit where we can to secure it. Or just, you know, miss everything, minish cap, that's totally fine too. So he's trying to block off my proxy, that is a thing. Bot lane goes 1-for-1. Very nice. Alright, we're dropping the ward there for Shaco, we're going to go ahead and start pushing here. And the reason why is because I'm pretty sure Shaco already cleared his entire top side because he was there a while ago. He was on his Gromp whenever I was underneath my tower, or on his blue when I was underneath my tower. So there's like very low chance that he's still here. So we're just shoving it in.
On my way.
And I see Shaco over there. He just left Skarner in the jungle, so I assume that he's coming towards me. And I'm gonna clear the wave and look for either execute or recall. So here I went for an execute, or sorry, I went for a recall. This was a little bit greedy because the Shaco shows up, unfortunately. And I ended up having a ghost here. Super low HP, but we're sprinting. Echo starts running down towards me as well here, which is a little unfortunate. And then Garen starts actually walking over towards me as well. So I'm going to juke towards the left and try and execute to the tower. But unfortunately, I did die. I was trying to recall there very greedily, knowing that he was coming towards me. I figured I could just get my recall off fast enough because he was kind of far away, but I could not. The better choice there was just to execute. It is what it is. Rushing Swiftness boots here. Swiftness boots, and I've talked about this a lot on my stream. I think with the buffs to passive, I think two things right now on Singed are really strong. And that is the rune Celerity, and that is the item Boots of Swiftness. So Celerity gives you movement speed bonus of 1% overall, plus it makes all movement speed bonus effects on you all movement speed and movement enhancing effects on you 7% stronger. So your overall movement speed is just 1%, it gets added on top of it, and then whenever you proc your passive, that effect is 7% stronger. In addition to this, I also have plus 60 flat movement speed from Boots of Swiftness, which, again, flat movement speed is great for your passive. That's also why Dead Man's Plate feels really good. I'm not actually building Dead Man's Plate this game. This game is completely standard build, but that's part of the reason why DMP feels so good on Singed, is because it's a bunch of flat movement speed. And flat movement speed is a great for Singed passive. That's why your ultimate is it makes your passive so much better too, because your ultimate gives a lot of flat movement speed. So very, very nice. Right here, just looking to get around and look for a proxy here. I don't want to walk through the tower where Garen is CSing because he is committed to stopping me. But I can grab most of the wave here. As he runs towards me, gotta be a bit careful because he might try and kill, but we're just gonna look to grab waves and chill. And the reason why he's running after me here, by the way, the reason why he's running after me here is because he wants me to think that Shaco is top. So he's trying to get in my head a little bit. No big deal. It is what it is. Go over here, grab the plant because I want to. I don't want to recall yet. I don't have money to really buy anything. I could buy like an amp tome, but it's not worth it to recall just for that. So Garen looks for a proxy under my tower. Again, this is a Grandmaster 580 LP game, and he mistimes the wave. So we just walk back into the lane. We're going to start shoving. We have the mana from the plant to sustain us here. Run past him a bit. I noticed that he uses cooldowns on the wave, so I went and popped my ultimate, tried to all in. Run him down here, keep the poison on. They finally reverted the level 1 poison, so I have mana. Last patch, I just go here, which really was unfortunate, but run down Predator. Unfortunately, fortunately I got the kill, but unfortunately Shaco shows up. Overall not bad. Now I have teleport here, so I'm gonna TV back to the tower. So I went ahead and bought a Ruby Crystal, Blasting Wand and an Amp Tome because I have enough money for both. You can buy Blasting Wand or an Amp Tome if you need the damage, and if you need to survive versus a bursty team, you can also just end up going the Giant's Vault portion first. But because I'm just trying to push and pressure, I decided to go for the AP portion, plus 60 AP here, plus 2 stack Dark Seal, very nice. The waves will just melt this early into the game. Alright, looking to push. Then I remember, I saw his pink ward here, so we're gonna go ahead and try to kill his pink ward. Very nice. Hit tab and saw he has another one, so I'm not gonna put a ward down yet. Throws it down right there, but we're just gonna fling and walk away, use our passive as best we can, and just keep on pressuring. You see, Garen's actually having a lot of trouble like dealing with the passive, so he actually tries to catch me with his Q, and he wouldn't have caught me, but the Shaco shows, so I have to ghost, unfortunately. They would have killed me without my ultimate up. Gotta be careful. Alright, we just be farming. Now here I have to be careful because I don't know where Shaco is. He could be going towards mid and he could be staying top. I just have no way to know for sure. So I have to be super, super careful. Plus, I don't have any potion charges left, so if I get caught out, I am basically dead. So we gotta chill here. Yeah, Shaco's definitely mid. He's definitely hovering that Echo because Echo keeps walking in like towards the fog of war, trying to bait them. So I'm pretty certain he's there. Just gonna be careful, and we should be okay.
On my way.
Okay, not bad. Looking to recall here. I could stay, but I don't know where Shaco is, so it's a little too risky, unfortunately. But we'll go ahead and take the back.
Shut down.
I'll rip my bot lane. Good job, bot lane. Skarner with the ult. Skarner got played in pro play. I think that's why I'm seeing him so much all of a sudden. He got picked in pro play. Which is like, he's always been a good pro play jungler, but people in Siliki are not super fond of him. Garen gets a plate here. It is what it is. He actually decides to cancel his bag here. It would have been better off for him to just take the bag. Because I can't really push the cannon wave super fast, but it is what it is. So he's back in lane. I have an item advantage now, though, so I'm not super worried about him. But it is Garen, and you have to be careful. My rule with Garen, by the way, guys, and I've talked about this before in other games where I've played versus Garen, but you never ever approach Garen unless you have Fling. Just as a rule, if you don't have Fling, you don't approach Garen. And you also need 75% health or more, in my opinion, to approach Garen. Both of those conditions need to be true, and if you fail to meet one of those conditions, you're gonna die. But you're trading your Fling for his Q almost every time. So here, Echo is running away from his team. He's waiting for his ultimate to be in that spot right above the wall. So I cut him off with my W there, and then we just run him down with ultimate and predator. We're gonna head back top. We're gonna keep farming. I have ultimate running, so Garen is not a huge threat to me. And if he tries to fight, then we just zap him a little bit with poison. And this is basically exactly how you should be handling the Garen matchup for yourself. I hear people struggling with this all the time, like in the comments. People are always like, oh, Minish Cap, how do you play versus Garen? And Garen gets in trouble. I'm just like, don't walk up to him unless you have Fling. And if you do, then probably okay. Tends to be the case. Right there, I have to be careful because there's a tower shot, and he's going to walk after me, so we chill a little bit. He pops Ghost, I throw the W down, and just kite him out with the passive, which is very fast. Kite into the bush, fling him away. And he's still chasing me, but his Ghost is down now, so we're just running. We're just running, trying to puff poison every time I get mana, and he just keeps running through it. He pops the ultimate, I puff poison again, and he's dead. Yep. That happened. He just runs out of 0 mana Singed and dies. While using Ghost and ultimate. Yep. Don't chase Singed. I have to say, with these buffs to Singed, like, that don't chase Singed meme has been so much more relevant than it has been in years. Like, last time don't chase Singed was even good advice was in Season 7. Right here I'm pinging for my team to come kill the Lucian. They know I'm here because the Nami just got him. Right here I'm pinging for my team to come kill the Lucian because I have Predator and Ghost and ult. So he is killable. But, yeah, I was pinging for them to come... sorry, I was saying,
On my way.
the last time that meme was even, like, good advice was in Season 7. Back before it was Runes Reforged. Runes Reforged introduced so much damage to the game that Singed hasn't been, like, a don't chase threat in a long time. But with the passive, you really can just bait people into chasing you. So, dodging the Nami ultimate here. I got the Lucian ultimate. She flashes out. There's Lucian flash out here. He cleanses. He does not flash, but he cleanses. So, it is what it is. We get some sums there. I see Echo is pushing bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and try and... actually, I'm walking over for the Shaco. So he walks on a grounding, gets binded, gets slowed by Zillion, and we just kill him. Talk about a CC chain. But here, Echo is pushing tier 2 bottom, so I have to go deal with him. It's a little dangerous for Lux to face him by herself, because Echo is a bit of an assassin-mage hybrid. That is just what he is, so he can catch her in the side lane and, you know, do some damage to her. You gotta be careful, right? However, with Singed, if he catches me in the side lane, I can either run away, or I can just straight up fight him. Which is quite nice. First item here was Rylai's, by the way. Just testing out because their team is majority squishy, and Rylai's is great versus Garen, so it is quite nice here. Demonic is good here. And Demonic is still core, but Demonic is only really good versus Garen here, right? So, thinking him going towards top. The reason why I transitioned to mid is in case he decided to stay mid. That's why I didn't stay bottom. Tier 1 mid tower is very valuable, and you want to try and defend it as long as you can. It gives the most division out of any tower, the most map control of any tower, so always try and hold your tier 1 mid if you can. Team is skirmishing up there. It is what it is. So I go ahead and push bottom. Then I'm going to go, or push mid. Then I'm going to go back towards the Echo over here, who just walked towards our blue. They killed it pretty quickly, but we're going to just kite him out here. Jump out of the passive, or dash out of the passive, and just try and run him down with Rylai's. The goal here is to get his ultimate. So, when he's walking towards that wall, his goal is to E over it or flash over it. He ults, pop Predator to chase him, bring him in. Bam, bam, very good. Lucian jumps forward, he's inside of poison. Unfortunately, sorry I didn't finish him, but oh, Lux with the sun knife. You'll love to see it. Lux with the quick scope. Oh my god, dude. This Lux played out of her mind this game, by the way. I played a bit better, obviously, but Lux played very well this game. Their Garen's was pressuring a tier 2 top. The Echo and the Garen are sort of just starting to do this double split push thing, which is annoying, but I did take teleport this game, which is very good at responding to these types of things. And it makes the game more of a bit of a macro-oriented game, which is like fine, but with the current state of League, playing only macro is not like the best way to win. I actually ranted about this a little bit on my stream, but I feel like modern League players, they just don't, at least modern high elo League players, they don't have very good macro, because the way that the game has been set up basically from Season 8 up until the durability patch was to reward, heavily over-reward in my opinion, strictly micro Twitch reaction decision making. And what that means is, sorry, not decision making, Twitch micro reaction mechanical gameplay. Whereas long-term macro decision-making has been slowly de-emphasized until the durability patch, where it's kind of made its return, and I'm very happy for that. But from like Season 8 until Season 12.5, until durability patch, so 4.5 years, the game just was sort of like more and more of an arcade brawler, or like arcade battler, where things are just like happening at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and people are just constantly fighting, and there's stuff flying all over the screen, and, you know, it doesn't matter what waves you push, or when you push them, or building up a wave, or taking a certain tower, or doing a certain objective, right? And that, I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I feel like the game should have a big macro component, because at the end of the day, like, it is coming from the blood of an RTS / tower defense game, right? It's coming from Warcraft 3, which is what Dota came from, as a mod / tower defense hybrid, right? Which, you know, League still has those roots. They're very deep now, you know, in the ground, but the roots still exist. So here we're predating towards top lane, dodging the Nami bubble there, and just running the Lucian down. Skarner gets the ultimate, and then I get the fling, throw him back into the poison, and then just run them down here. Using the movement speed. Echo procs the passive and he just can't get away from me. No, actually he didn't proc the passive there, but I just run him down.
An enemy has been
Love it. So here Garen's trying to again split push mid, but I have teleport, so we just keep towards it to save it. Because mid towers are very, very valuable. Mid towers are the most important towers in the game. Obviously, you know, if you have to give them up, but if you can save them, then save them. Generally mid towers work that way. He runs back up top towards my team, but I'm just gonna go ahead and push bottom. Just gonna shove, very low mana, so you gotta be careful here.
shut down.
Ooh, that Luxel. Garen can be quite annoying too. Here I have Demonic, so we have Rylai's and Demonic at level 13, 18 minutes. Pretty well this game. They're gonna build probably towards Riftmaker 3rd here. It is good versus their team. It's good versus Garen. It's good versus Echo. Rocket Belt's really good here too. Honestly, you can go either or. This is one of those games where you could just go both. Rocket Belt might be a slight bit superior. Fighting in mid. Popping Predator, popping ult, just running towards them here. Echo overextends, he dies. Lucian gets caught by the W, gets caught by the slow. Bam, bam, he's dead, uses his flash, still dies. Dodge the Nami bubble. And just run him down. Alright, you're gonna do Rift Herald here. Rift Herald is... It's not the most important objective ever, but it's better than it was before, I guess. Because you get gold for doing it now, additional gold, which, I mean, is not really a top lane buff, it's more of a jungle buff, so whatever. It is what it is, but... Hey, if it's there, you take it, right? Plus 167 for that. Thanks, Riot.
On my way.
Yeah, funny enough, I actually did consider going on Rocket Belt components for a second there, but I decided not to. So all we're doing here is we're looking for the right lane to push, because Lux is top, she has no mana. And then Echo is bottom, and I'm mid. And everyone has to have some place to farm. So ideally Kindred goes bottom here, but I see that the Garen is rushing at my Lux underneath the tower. And he actually kills her, but I'm just gonna pop Predator. I have Zillion with me here, he's feeding me constantly. I don't even have to use my ultimate, just run him down. Skarner just showed bottom to deal with the wave, so I'm spam pinging Baron just to make sure that they're not on it. They're not on it, so I see that they are attacking or chasing Kindred here. They caught Kindred. So we're gonna walk over here, see what we can do. I'm gonna pop everything and go in. Focus the Lucian. Here comes Echo. Just trying to catch up with them and keep them in poison. Trying to have my poison trail follow his ultimate, then as I think he's gonna ult, just put W down, just run him down.
Unstoppable.
Dies to poison, very nice. Very tricky Shaco here. Waiting for my W. Then hit the W. He jumps, goes Brazilian, dies to poison slash bomb. Very good. Unfortunately, I couldn't save him, but it is what it is. Gonna keep building towards Riftmaker here. I could have also gone Frozen Heart here instead of Riftmaker and gone Riftmaker 4th, but you can do either or. Whenever you're this far ahead, you can kind of just do either or. But the reason why I would go Frozen Heart is because Lucian is quite strong and it's AD Shaco. Also, it's good versus the spin of Garen. But I am exceptionally strong right now. There's not really anyone on their team who can 1v1 me. Maybe if Lucian massively outplays me, he could 1v1 me, but I'm just so far ahead of him that even that's like hard to consider because he's a bunch of levels down. So I'm gonna show bottom here onto tier 1. Tower shot, unfortunate. Thankfully, I have Omnivamp, and they go on Baron. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the drop the Herald down and just run to Baron. Their jungler was dead when they started it, and I actually still have teleport. So there's, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing here. They're like forcing a fight, I think. Either way, we're just gonna pop Predator
An ally has been
and run at him. Let me tell you guys why I think after this fight, actually I will. But we're just gonna zone out the Lucian Nami here a bit, fling the Echo away from the back of my team. And they just can't go in the fight now. They can't back up Garen and Shaco because I just zoned them out, which is good. And I have enough money for Riftmaker now whenever I back, actually. Plus, Herald got 1 tower plus 2 tower bottom. So Herald got a bunch of value from me bottom here. Pop and W. Can't really catch him here, unfortunately, so we're just gonna chill, I think. Right? Okay, nice. Yeah, so part of the reason why I think Predator is like okay again in top lane, it's not like the most amazing, because I think Spellbook probably is the best. I think Conqueror is still the best at like lower ratings, especially for just learning Sins, and obviously Wrath and Aftershock are quite good as well. But the reason why I think Predator can be low-key viable is one, that in top lane you're mostly playing for the second half of the game anyways, which is where Predator is tuned for now as the second half of the game. It's tuned for late game. It's actually buffed for late game if you can get there, but it's heavily nerfed for early game. But another reason is like you can just drift through your team as you approach a fight now. That was like the big thing with Predator in team fights anyways, was target access. You take it for target access, at least in top lane, because in top lane you were never perma roaming with it. In mid lane you were perma roaming with it. So for mid lane, Predator is dead. But in top lane, you're using it for target access and team fights. And so the way I'm basically using it here is I'm using the Singed passive, which was buffed, with Predator to drift through my team and try and catch people with it. And so far this game I've done it I think twice, and it's worked out very well. But you can generate pretty huge movement speed even without your ultimate, just like popping Predator and drifting through your team. It's like way better than what it used to be. Well, not better than pre-nerf, but better than immediately post-nerf. It's still nerfed, but because Singed himself got faster, then Predator still is a little bit more effective than it was before, right? So here, just matching Echo, I'm trying to be on the same side as the dead dragon, because I want my team to be pressuring the Baron, and I have teleport here. So Echo actually decides to jump into my poison, and then he ults because he's scared of the damage. So as soon as he ults, I figure I can go ahead and TP, because it's not going to be as useful. So Chico over here, and he gets zapped by Lux. Like I said, she's playing out of her mind this game. So we're just gonna go ahead and go for the Baron here. Yeah, she apparently Kindred found a way to like track the clone for Shaco. Not entirely sure, but here we're just gonna go ahead and try and zone out the Lucian Nami, keep them away from my Skarner. And this is why Frozen Heart is so important in this game, if I can get to it, is because, man, he's doing a lot of damage to me. Like, I'm doing a lot of damage to him too, but he's doing a lot of damage to me. If I got into fling range there, he actually just would have been so dead. It's insane, because he got down to like 100 HP, less than 100 HP even. Yeah, I'm not sure what she's talking about, but they have like a way to track the Skarner, or to track the Shaco whenever he goes into his clone. Like, tell which one's the real one. It's kind of weird. Kind of freaky, but hey, good for them. Yeah, Lucian did almost 2.2k damage to me. So the immediate buy, the immediate response is Warden's Mill. We're going for Frozen Heart. I considered briefly here for a second buying Zhonya's, but Frozen Heart's 100 gold cheaper, and it gives you double the armor, so Frozen Heart it is. If I needed the utility of the invulnerability from Zhonya's versus a champion like Camille or Fiora, where Camille traps you in her ultimate, so Zhonya's is really good, or Fiora ults you in a team fight and tries to murder you, then Zhonya's is really good versus her too. If I needed that versus those champions, I would, but versus an actual raw physical champion, Frozen Heart's really good. So there, I'm begging my Skarner to let me hit level 16 because I see him farming the wave, but I get back into range. Again, notice how I did that. I just used Predator and drifted through my team, making sure I'm being near my allied champions, just not autopiloting, making sure that I'm drifting through them to get that little bit of bonus speed, and then just get Zillion sped here, and just poor Nami's just yeah, just making sure that I'm using my drifting as much as possible. This patch really rewards Singed players who have had good movement speed, or sorry, good movement. Oh, but Echo actually kills me there, unfortunately. I did not think that he would kill me, but hey, it is what it is. He actually kills Garen kills the Skarner too. Have enough gold for Frozen Heart. And Dragon is spawning in 50. Don't think they can end, so we just back off and reset. The inhibitor there is really, really good. Ooh, Kindred. Ooh, she's just juicy. And she feels her jump over the wall. You'll love to see it. And here's the freak out moment when Shaco shows up. You gotta be scared now. Rip my Zillion, but they one-shot him. Very cool. Assassins being squishy? Wow. Crazy. I do not miss Gore Drinker Assassins, let me tell you. Although Talon still sometimes builds Gore Drinker, God, I don't miss Gore Drinker spam Assassins at all. It was the most obnoxious thing in the world. So we're just gonna go ahead and do Dragon here. I have Frozen Heart and Rift Maker, so I can just tank it and heal tank off it basically all day. We got the Cloud Soul, which is massive here for the hitting 1361 movement speed, or I think it was 1361. I'll double check. You'll see here soon. Massive movement speed either way. So here I see Echo and Skarner facing off topside. I see also that he has Hullbreaker, the Garen does, but he's so scared of me, and he should be scared of me. He just backs off, lets me kill the Hullbreaker minion, no problem, so whatever. Gonna go ahead and try and sit in the bush and just see if I can debate, but he ends up backing off, so I TP towards top where I see Echo, because it's a tier 3 tower that's alive, or tier 1 tower that's alive. Top ult to come in, gets slowed through it, but hey, it is what it is. Just running down here, watch this. Predator Ghost! Oh man, I love it. Oh, but here comes the Ghost reset with Zillion. Oh, 1,100 movement speed. And the Lucian just... Man, imagine being that guy. Imagine being that Lucian. And you just stop paying attention for 1 split second, and Singed is on you with 1,100 movement speed. Alright, W on the Nami. Unfortunately, I take a bit of tower shots here. But Zillion to save the day, execute to these little boxes. I have ult coming up in 10, which is big here. Now I want you guys to keep watching the movement speed bar next to my portrait, my character portrait. Watch it. Watch the movement speed, guys. Okay, pop Ocean Soul or Cloud Soul with ultimate. Circles around the Nexus. 1361 movement speed right there. Oh man, tilter for the enemy. Then I fling him, very nice. Yeah, can we talk about how I ran from top tier 1 tower, like, to their tier 2 tower in, like, 1 second with Zillion? Crazy stuff. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was a bit of a banger. I'll see you in the next one.